In this super short video, we're going to be quickly looking at creating infographics in Canva. I love infographics. They're fantastic. They're something that you can give out to your audience. It shows you're knowledgeable in your field. You can also use an infographic as a lead magnet for an email sign-up list. You're giving information. You're giving valuable content that's going to help someone in their business. And in Canva, there are lots of different infographic templates. So I'm just going to go and, if I can spell it correctly, infographic, and I'm just going to show you some of the templates in Canva for infographics. As you can see, they're all basically divided into sections because they are short, sharp, quick pieces of information that's going to help someone with anything that they are doing. So I'm going to create a super quick infographic to show you how to do it. You can use a template. By all means, grab one of the Canva templates, edit the colours, edit the fonts, add your own information in, and you've got an awesome infographic ready for your business. So I'm going to go to create a blank one. And first of all, I want to give it a background colour. I'm just going to zoom in so we can start at the top and work our way down. So some of these have got images on for the background. There's a white section in the middle on this one. This one has got an image for the whole thing. Background images are brilliant for this. There are patterns, landscape, gradients, there's absolutely loads. I like the idea of a gradient. Now some of these you can change the colours within, some you can't. I'm going to go for this one and I'm just going to change it to white so that we have got white at the top and it goes down to our colour. So the first thing we need with infographics is you have a catchy title, and then underneath you have your information blocks. So I'm going to create an infographic on top Canva tips for productivity. Let's say top 5 Canva tips for productivity. So this is going to be my title. I want it nice and big across the top. You can change the fonts. You can, again, with anything in Canva, you can change it all. Okay, top 5 Canva tips for productivity. I think that's spelled right. I'm going to use my branding. So I'm going to use the 3 brand fonts that I tend to use the most. And I'm just going to centralize this for now and make it a bit bigger because I want to stretch it across the top like that. I'm going to change the colour because I do not like the black text. I do not like black text on a coloured background. I prefer it to be white, which I may do actually, or a colour. It just stands out so much more. I'm going to divide mine using lines. Now there are so many lines. To get this one, all you need to do is type the letter or just press the letter L on your keypad and this L line will come up, and then you have these different options up here. So I'm going to change this to a 1 to make it nice and thin, and I'm also going to change the colour as well. So I've just got my title and I've got a line. What I will probably end up doing is dividing this into sections. Now, here is a trick for this actually. You can either do this and then try and guess where your lines are going to go, or you can go over to File, Show Rulers, Show Guides. You have different options here, Show Margins. So you can see there's a margin now appeared. I'm going to take the margin off, but I can now show I can now space things out evenly because I now have rulers. And I can take this, I've just dragged a line, it's this little line here, it's an invisible line, and I can place this on here anywhere I want, and I can divide this up into equal sections using the guides. So now I know it's 2000 tall, I can divide that by 5 or by 6, so I can include my title, and then I can place my lines on the guides. I'll take another guide, I'll just pop it there. That's not an exact science. And I can place my lines on the guides knowing that I have divided my design equally into my 5 spaces. So I'm just showing you that as an example, but guides and rulers and margins are brilliant in Canva. Now I can create my section. So I can create a header for my section, and this would be my tip number 1. Tip number 1. I would add another text box underneath, but I would change the font. So this is your header text font. This is the font you use for the fancy stuff. For the main text, use something simple and easy to read. Okay, so tip number 1 would be, I would say, make use of the grids and frames in Canva, especially the social media posts. They help align your images and create effective posts, something like that. Grids and frames, I love them in Canva. And then I would add it underneath my information. Now I've added this to the side. I'm going to change the colour, use my change all, because I want to add a logo or an icon here. So I would go to my elements section or my upload section, it's entirely up to you, but adding visuals into your designs, into especially infographics, really works well. And for this one, I'm going to add, I think it's moved down here. I'm just going to add Canva logo, actually not that one. Let's go for that one because it's nice and bright. I'm going to add the Canva logo, but you can add whatever you want. And I'm just going to align it with my text. So what I could also do, if I go to Elements, Square. We are having issues with Canva today. Okay, I will just press an R and we'll get a rectangle. I wanted the square with the rounded edges really, but I shall use this. Okay, just reduce in size because an infographic's so big, everything does come onto the board very big. There we go, and I will change the colour. Maybe we'll go white. Could change the transparency slightly so it's not too in your face, and then make sure it's at the back there to make sure it's behind my text. And then I will centralize my icon. Now I can do this for all of my sections. I will add another one here. I would add another one down here. Try and line it up with the section I've already got in place. There we go. Add another one down here. How many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so we've actually come to the end here. So this white frame also helps as the gradient's gone down, it's got darker. So I've got tip number 2, tip number 3, tip number 4, and tip number 5. So I can also add in my lines in between, just to divide my sections. You don't have to add a line, it's entirely up to you how you do this, but it's good to have the sections divided somehow, or to make it clear that they are different. Tip number 2 could be have a look at the curved text feature. It's a game changer. Definitely something you should look at, guys. And then I would change it. Obviously, there may be more information in the box to fill it. Tip number 3, use the scheduler to schedule direct to your favorite social media platform. This also includes Instagram, which is relatively new. If I have any spelling mistakes, I do apologise. There we go. Tip number 4. Here we go. Right. You can now animate individual elements and text on your design separately. You no longer have to animate the whole design. It can be done individually. I think I've said that twice, but there we go. Individually. So yes, elements can now be animated separately on your design. And lastly, what shall we go for? Oh, I know. Check. Let's give that a capital letter. Check out canva.com/colors for hundreds of color combos and the awesome color generator, which allows you to upload an image and pick out the color codes. Again, an amazing page. Definitely go and have a peek at that. So there's 5 tips. If I go to elements, I'll type in icons. So no, it's not working at the moment. I'm just going to duplicate my Canva. So you can line this up perfectly. I can get it centralized with my text. You can add in your own icons. Centralize it with your text. Keep things aligned. Keeping things aligned in Canva is crucial, because people will spot if something is not aligned properly. It will be seen. And at the bottom, we really need to add our contact details. So you can add your email address, you can add your website, you can add your Facebook, you can add whatever you like, but you need to add in a way people can contact you. There needs to be something on every single thing you do to help people contact you. It is hugely important to have this on any piece of material that you are creating in Canva, because the whole point really is to direct people to our social platforms, to our website, to your email list, anything like that, is to get people interacting with what you are doing. So that is just a really, really basic infograph. I would probably do a lot more to that if Canva was playing ball today. So I'd probably put a different icon for each tip. I might colour coordinate the individual tips, so each one would have a different colour. And I may even add a couple of designs at the top corners, opposite corners. Opposite corners always work really well. But that just gives you an idea of what you can do. You can just add a template if you want. I mean, this is a lovely one. They've used this off-center or off-square grid at the back here to add in the information, and then they've used some print floral type elements here as well. But it's basically the same. They've still got their title, they've still got their tips, and then they've still got this information here. And I imagine this bit here is probably the website that they're wanting to direct you to. So there we go, a super quick tutorial on how to create your own infograph in Canva. Now, I would love to see these. This is for the 30-day Canva design challenge that's going on in my Facebook group. So I would love to see these in there. If you have any comments or anything, pop them below. And don't forget, if you are enjoying these videos, please follow my YouTube channel.